Hello and welcome to the Daily Comic and Collectible, episode 325. Now today, the collectible of the day is the Hasbro Toys Marvel Legends Supervillains series Zemnu Build-A-Figure Lady Deathstrike action figure. With adamantium-infused bone and cybergenetic enhancements, Yuriko Oyama pursues a ruthless vendetta against the X-Men, and Wolverine in particular. This 6-inch scale action figure of Lady Deathstrike is from the Marvel Legends Supervillains collection of comic book-inspired characters. This adamantium-infused villain is designed with premium detail and sculpting, and is super articulated for added posability and displayability. This is also part of the Zemnu Build-A-Figure wave. Collect the whole series to create your own Zemnu action figure. Box includes Lady Deathstrike and a Build-A-Figure piece, released by Hasbro Toys. Now the comic of the day is Uncanny X-Men, Volume 1, issue number 205, with the cover date of May 1986. With story by Chris Claremont and Barry Windsor Smith, art by Barry Windsor Smith, and cover by Barry Windsor Smith. He also did the inking and the coloring. He was a busy beaver. This issue is titled Wounded Wolf. Lady Deathstrike pays Spiral for turning her and 3 former Hellfire Club guards into cyborgs at her body shop. They want to kill Wolverine, who grievously injured them, and then have the process reversed. While Lady Deathstrike wishes to remove Wolverine's adamantium bones, as she believes that the process was stolen from her father. The 4 cyborgs track down and attack Wolverine during a snowstorm during the busy Christmas shopping season. In their initial attack on the crowded streets, they cause a panic, separating young Katie Power from her babysitter, Miss Randolph. As the youngest member of the Power Pack attempts to find her babysitter, she instead finds the seriously wounded Wolverine. Wolverine, in a near-feral state, frightens the girl, and when the police arrive, he scares her further by picking her up and running away, with the police firing after him into a swirling snowstorm. When Wolverine trips and falls in the snow, he drops young Katie, who changes into her costume and incinerates a garbage pail to generate enough power to... Well, she's not sure what she will do when Wolverine gets up, because she knows he's a hero, but she doesn't know why he's acting so strangely. When she gets a closer look, she realizes that Wolverine has been seriously injured, and makes the connection that the men who caused the shooting were after him. Noticing the cyborg's lights searching for Wolverine, Katie helps Logan to his feet and tries to lead him to safety. When she spots an on-duty taxi cab, she manages to get it to stop and gets Logan in the back. She explains to her driver that her uncle has been beaten up, and he agrees to try and take them to a hospital. However, the cyborgs manage to find Wolverine, with Lady Deathstrike incapacitating the cab. Wolverine tosses both Katie and the cab driver out of the vehicle as Cole fires at it, causing it to explode. Katie is afraid that Wolverine has been killed, when suddenly the feral mutant pops out of the flames, alive and relatively well. Wolverine then grabs the girl and flees again, but the two stumble into a construction yard. With Wolverine's mind partially restored, he struggles to remember who Katie is and can only speak in Japanese. As Wolverine begins to shake off the drugs he's been hit with, he explains to her that his healing factor is helping heal his body and his mind, and he now remembers that she's one of the Power Children. When the cyborgs track them down again, Wolverine gets them both to cover and tells Katie to stay behind and cover her eyes, because what he's about to do won't be pretty. When she wants to help, he tells her to stay hidden, and that she's done her part, keeping him alive and away from his enemies long enough to heal. He then leaves her to attack the cyborgs that have come to kill him. Logan quickly dispatches Cole, Macon, and Reese with relative ease, leaving him on a one-on-one duel with Lady Deathstrike. As the two battle it out, Wolverine gains the upper hand and easily trounces Lady Deathstrike. Stripping away her armor, and seeing how fully she has gone with the cybernetic implants shocks Wolverine. He points out that she has no humanity left, as what was done to him was forced upon him, while she willingly allowed herself to be turned into an abomination for something as petty as some misplaced desire of revenge. When the defeated Lady Deathstrike begs him to kill her out of mercy, Wolverine refuses and walks away. Checking on Katie, he finds that she is fine, and when she asks if Wolverine had killed the cyborgs, Wolverine doesn't mince words, but tells her that the part of his life where he would have killed for such an attack are behind him, but there is still a part of him that's as wild as ever. He asks her if she's still scared, and Katie admits that she's still a little. Wolverine tells her that it's okay and walks her away to reunite her with her family. Katie tells Wolverine that he has a friend in her, and Wolverine tells her likewise, and they walk off into the winter storm together. Geek fact: the three that went to get cybernetic implants in this issue, Cole, Reese, and Macon, they were former Hellfire Club guards whom Wolverine sliced up pretty bad in X-Men issue number 133 with a cover date of May 1980. This issue was released 6 years to the month after their run-in with Wolverine. Bonus geek fact: at this time in the comics timeline, Wolverine had only encountered Lady Deathstrike once before, in Alpha Flight issues 33 and 34, from April and May of 1986. She thinks he's responsible for stealing her father's work, as he was the first to discover the bonding process. Another bonus geek fact: Energizer, real name Katie Power, was at one time the youngest superhero ever at 5 years old, and was a founding member of the Power Pack superhero team. Her first appearance was in Power Pack, issue number 1, with the cover date of May 1984. And final geek fact: Spiral is a six-armed sorceress, forced to serve her hated creator and master, the vile Mojo, in his twisted mediatic empire in the Mojo world. For years, Spiral's hatred for Longshot led her to manipulate and harm him and his allies, the X-Men. Spiral's first appearance was in Longshot, issue number 1, with a cover date of September 1985. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another Daily Comic and Collectible, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. This is Cat Fan Comics Man, and I'll catch you on the flip. Over and